This interview is part of the History Heard project. The content of this interview may be used for historical research. However, no part of the video itself may be reproduced without the express written permission of an authorized representative of History Heard. Today is June 25th, 2009 at, what time is it, 1?
This is in Reston, Virginia.
This is an interview with Vint Cerf in Reston, Virginia. He was born on June 23rd, 1943 in New Haven. A lot of people that want to be able to change the world. Do something amazing and make a big impression. But very, very few are able to do that. And so yourself, being able to say that you did something that changed the world and eventually the universe with interplanetary...
Well, I don't think of it that way. I accept that the internet really has made a difference, so I'm not disputing that. Mm-hmm. But that's not what motivated me.
Right.
I didn't. First of all, I don't think you can anticipate that you're going to change the world. So if that's your motivation, I think it's a very unlikely kind of thing to depend on. And gosh, won't you be disappointed if that's what you were trying to do. I think what Bob and I were trying to do was simply to solve a problem. Mm-hmm. And it was a problem we were fascinated by, we were interested in it, we were excited about finding a solution we thought would work. And I was so persuaded after especially the 1977 test that this would work that I became a salesman for the idea. And so if there's success here, it's partly because literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people decided that they thought it would work too, and they wanted to contribute to it. Mm-hmm. But this is not something that an individual does. It's not something that a small team does. It's something that captures people's attention and excitement. And when I was describing how the internet worked before and how we kind of future-proofed it and how the packets are dumb, they don't know what they're carrying, the side effect of that has been an avalanche of innovation. The World Wide Web came along around 1989. It got an instantiation of it in 1992 or so, or 93, by Mark Andreessen and Eric Bina at the National Center for Supercomputer Applications. Their version was called Mosaic, and it was the first graphical browser, the one that Tim Berners-Lee and Robert Cailliau did at CERN, as I recall, was not very graphic. So the reason they could do that is that the internet was so open. You know, they didn't have to negotiate with every internet service provider or change the way the network worked. They just had to put their application up on it and see what happened. So this openness to innovation is why the internet has been so successful and why so many companies have been able to try new things out. Mm-hmm. Look at Google. Yeah. You know, Larry Page and Sergey Brin didn't have to go negotiate with every ISP in the world. They just put the service up to see what would happen.
You're right.
And the same is true for Yahoo and Amazon and Skype and all the other applications that you know about. Almost done. Okay. So the message here is don't set out to change the world, but set out to do stuff that you are really interested in, that excites you, that you're willing to put, you know, all your time and energy into. And second, you have to learn how to convince other people that that's the most important thing for them to do too, because if you don't have a whole team, it isn't likely to work.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for meeting with us, but also for working on this, because otherwise History Heard would not be possible.
You wouldn't be able to do that. Well, it's a real pleasure.